All right, guys, we're back with another video, and today we're going to talk about how to be miserable for the rest of your life, okay? And there's a very easy way to do this. Obviously, you don't want to do this, but I'm going to tell you what it is that could lead to a miserable life. This is going to be a short video. We're going to get straight to it. And this is something that, for me, I held on to some of this stuff in the past, so I have very personal experience with this. It's really, if you play a victim mindset of any kind, and there's two parts to it. If you have like some sort of victim mindset where you always think, you're just a victim in situations and like everyone's out to do you wrong and stuff like that, that's going to lead to a life that you don't really want to live. You're gonna always feel like people are out to get you, and anything somebody does or says, you're gonna kind of twist it around into thinking that it's because they wanted to harm you or something like that. When in fact, that other person might have like just clear intentions, no intentions to harm you at all. And then the other thing is forgiving people. Okay, and that's something that's the part that I had trouble, in my past. And, that's one of the things I had to really, work on overcoming. And the thing is, some people, they might be watching this video, right? You might be watching this video and you might be thinking, people have done things that are so bad to me that I can never forgive them, right? And when I say forgive them, I don't mean to go up to a person like face to face and say, I forgive you or whatever else. That's not what I mean here. And I don't even mean to forgive them in a way where they even know that you forgive them at all. Like, I don't mean to text them. Like, I'm saying to forgive them, to basically free yourself, right? To free yourself and let that, negative energy go. Just let that go, because, there's a lot of people that, they'll go through their life very miserable because they're holding grudges and they have all this resentment towards, people that have done them wrong in the past in some way, shape, or form. And they never really get over that. It's always kind of like in the background somewhere where you can easily trigger it. And what's important with that is that you really need to either sit down or lay down somewhere and just really completely, forgive this person for behaving in a certain kind of way, and not because they deserve forgiveness. They might not deserve forgiveness at all, but this is for yourself, so you don't really suffer from this, so you don't hold on to that terrible negative energy, right? So this forgiveness is for yourself. So you're forgiving whoever this person is, just so you can let go of it, and move on with your life, right? And I found a video online, which is where I did my, forgiveness. I even forgave things that, didn't even make sense, to forgive, or like things that you may not even think of. I spent like a total of 10 to 12 hours on this, just kind of like laying down, processing different things. And I know that sounds crazy. Some of you watching this, like, that's absolutely insane. But I believe, it was very necessary, right? I found this video, I forget what it was called. It was from a guy, his YouTube channel is actualized.org. And it was something like how to let go of trauma, basically. And then, the way you let go of trauma is usually when you have some sort of trauma, somebody, was involved in the trauma. You don't really have much trauma like just on your own. You could, but usually there's somebody involved. Doesn't matter whether it's one of your parents, whether it's one of your siblings, whether it was a friend or a cousin or whatever else, and what happens in that video, you learn to forgive them because the way that this person was behaving is not something that you could have controlled. It was something happening within them, and it just kind of came off on you, kind of thing, right? So I recommend every single person that watches this video, if you can even think right now when I say the word trauma, or when I say the word forgive someone, if there's anything or anyone you can think of, I will tell you, you don't have to, go find this guy's video on actualize.org and, search him or anything. But all you have to do is just literally sit with it for like 10, 15 minutes, lay down for 10, 15 minutes, really think about it, okay? If you want the short way of doing it, really think about it and think to yourself, was this person intentionally trying to harm me, or were they just trying to, were they just unconscious or trying to receive love and didn't know what to do and didn't know how to behave? So usually what happens is these people are at some level, at a lower level of consciousness, or they maybe lashed out because they were trying to earn your love, or they wanted your love. There's all kinds of different reasons, right? There's all kinds of different reasons, okay? But the key is to actually go back, replay that, whatever happened in your mind, and consciously forgive that person. Not only forgive them, but send love towards them as well. Send some love towards them. Wish the best for them. Like I said, you don't have to do this so that the person knows. That's not necessary at all. All you have to do is within yourself. So whatever enemies you have right now, you can sit down and just feel in your body and just send some love out towards them. And that might be difficult for you to kind of fathom right now, especially if it's somebody you really resent and somebody that's really done you wrong. But this has worked, wonderfully for me personally. And it's helped me kind of get over these subconscious grudges and resentments that I've, held, in the past in my life. I did this process, I want to say like a couple of years back, where I spent a lot of time, going through this. And if you're really serious about this, honestly, I do recommend going to that video that actualize.org has, because it's like I want to say it was like almost an hour and a half, the video, how to let go of trauma, or how to release trauma. That was the title, something like that. And it really walks you through exactly how you should really be doing this if you really have something in there. And it's gonna, I promise you, once you forgive and let go, that you're gonna feel so much better, that it's just, it's like getting like a weight off your back. It's really something powerful. You'll feel so much better. Highly, highly recommend doing that. So that's the one, is forgiving anyone for any wrongdoing. And by forgiving, that doesn't necessarily, that doesn't mean you should welcome that person into your life or be friends with them or whatever. Obviously, you can cut people out of your life and forgive them at the same time. And yeah, that's what it really comes down to. So forgive anybody that's done you wrong, and also just don't hold any grudges or anything like that. Holding a grudge is just gonna, it's just, why would you carry that around with you? Like, what's the reason, right? You're just making yourself feel worse to hold a grudge, with somebody that's done you wrong, whether it be 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever it was, just to hold that grudge. And some of us are holding grudges without even realizing that we're holding grudges. That's the crazy thing, is that you may be right now, like you're watching this video, you might be telling yourself, I don't have this issue. I don't hold grudges. And then you may be holding so many different grudges and without even realizing. So you really got to really do a deep dive, really lay down, like I said, lay down, sit down, and really think about this. Is there somewhere in my life where I have a lot of resistance, or is there someone in my life that I'm holding a grudge towards, or I have resentment towards? And really just do that audit, within yourself. And then the second thing, if you catch yourself in some sort of victim mindset, like somebody's done you wrong, and not that somebody's done you wrong. When you're in a victim mindset, you believe that everyone's done you wrong in some way, shape, or form. You're always paranoid. You're like, oh, these people don't like me. Those people don't like me. I'm, at a disadvantage because of this, and that. Whatever it may be, like any sort of victim mindset, that's something else that, needs to be let go of if you want to live a happy, fulfilling, positive life. All right, so I'll leave you guys with that. If you guys have any questions, drop them down below. I'm happy to chime in and answer them. And I hope none of you live a miserable life. I hope all of you can find, a way to forgive those who have done you wrong. Okay, and yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And so, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.